Ethics officers have a very important and a role that's growing in importance in today's corporations. I think the first ethics officer was a man named Kent Drivestein, who was at General Dynamics. And the defense industry in this country was really in the forefront of developing ethics programs. And this was in response to some scandals that occurred in their industry. And they created something called the Defense Industry Initiative. And as a result of that, they decided that a high-level person in the organization needed to take responsibility for the management of ethics and compliance. And then when the sentencing guidelines came into effect in 1991, they basically mandated that a high-level person, senior-level executive in the organization, would need to be named to take responsibility for the management of ethics and compliance issues. And so, what that has turned out to mean varies a bit from one organization to the other. Some of these ethics officers have quite a large organization that they manage with ethics representatives in different parts of the business. Others manage a very small group and leave it to operations people in different parts of the business to actually carry out some of the initiatives. But it usually has to do with being responsible for creating a code, making sure that it's a live document, that it gets reinvigorated and revised when it needs to, that people are trained and oriented. So new employees come into the organization, they need to be oriented toward what the values are and what the expectations for responsible conduct are. There's usually an annual ethics training of some sort that they create or hire somebody to create for them. There is a reporting system in place that they need to manage. And then there's an investigation process that needs to occur. So when someone may call with a question, I'm not sure what I should do, how I should handle this problem. They need to be able to respond to those questions. But often people will call with an actual report of misconduct that they've observed. Then they need to have an investigation. And these investigations can be very sensitive. You want to protect the person who made the phone call. And so you have to be very careful how you conduct those investigations, and then you have to get back to that person. You may need to fire someone. You may need to discipline someone. So it's actually, there's an awful lot involved. And then beyond that, there are all these questions about how do you create, more generally speaking, a culture of integrity in the organization. So it's a big job.